And welcome to my craft room. I've lost my glasses, so I don't know what I'm doing at the moment. Apologies. I was going to be so organised. I've actually had a really bad day in the craft room today. I've had glue everywhere. If you could see, basically this is the only clean area in the craft room. There's paper, there's glue, there's glitter, there's everything everywhere. So I've had as I say, not a day to be proud of. I actually sort of start wondering whether maybe I should start selling insurance or something instead. But anyway, I have decided to put all those disasters aside and actually concentrate on something that I love and something that I know I can do reasonably well. It doesn't involve glitter and glue. So bear with me for a minute. I'm going to help my computer to catch up, and then we can start something fun. My woes are over. Hi guys, thanks for joining me. As I say, I've lost my glasses as well, so I don't know that I'm going to be able to watch the comments at all. But anyway, thank you for joining as you join. Anyway, let's go. So I did have awesome plans. I was going to do 3 or 4 different stamp sets. It was going to be the best live ever. But anyway, I've decided to go back to one card. And I have to apologise to Michelle Wells, who did Dino Days yesterday. Basically, that's all I could manage to get to today. So I'll do some of my other stamp sets tomorrow. I'll just close my door because my dog has decided to start barking. She must know that there's disaster ahead. Anyway, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to, as I say, go back to what I know and love. I'm going to do a box card, a pop-up box card using the Dino Days stamp set and dies, which it's really, I enjoyed making this one, so hopefully you will enjoy watching me. So as you can see, we've got some lovely bright colours here. We've got some Mango Melody, some Pretty Peacock, Old Olive, Pool Party, and a lovely lipstick. So they're all the colours that I'm going to be using for my dinosaurs. Though I'm not sure that dinosaurs actually came in those sorts of colours back in the day, but anyway, hey, we can imagine. Okay, so to make this card, I'm going to start with the normal box card that I usually start with. Bear with me, I haven't got any paper. So I'm going to do the base, the box itself, in Pretty Peacock. So here's a piece of Pretty Peacock. Basically I'm going to take a A4 sheet, and forgive me if this goes, it's sometimes a bit tricky to get my cutter, my trimmer up under my camera, but anyway, so we've got 5 inches wide, and we're going to trim it to 9.5 inches long. So bear with me, you won't be able to see that, but 9.5 inches long. There we go. So we've got a piece there, 9.5 by 5. And then we're going to score it. I'll just sit down now. It's slightly off straight there, but anyway, we're going to score it. I have done one, but I like to sort of show you this bit as well, so you get the best, you know, you can actually do them yourselves. So we're going to score it at 2.5, just all the way. Remember to use your scorer and not your cutter. And then at 4, so at 2.5 inches, and then another 2 inches, and then at 6.5, so that's another 2.5 inches. So it's like alternating. So you've got 2.5, 2, 2.5, and then another 2. Wait a minute. Have I cut that to 9.5? Yes, so 2. Oh dear, hang on, sorry, 2.5. Let's try again, Julianne. 2.5. That's right. 4.5. So sorry, 2.5, 4.5. And then 7. That's better. I'll put all the measurements on my blog, so don't worry if you get confused like I am. And then 9. So you score it at 2.5 inches, 2 inches, another 2.5 inches, and then another 2 inches. So 2.5, 2, 2.5, 2. So with half an inch at the end. And then at 2.5 long ways. So this is a slightly different dimensions to my normal box card, which is probably why I got a little bit confused, because I liked this one. I need it a little bit wider than my normal. So anyway, so now we're going to cut down to the halfway line. So I've got a nice new blade, one of my last new blades in my cutter. Thankfully we don't have to wait much longer. We've got the new one on its way very soon, the new trimmer from Stampin' Up, so we're all looking forward to that. It'll be available to customers shortly, but as a demonstrator you can get your hands on it from the 1st of October. So if you'd like to become a demonstrator and join my team, please just drop me a line. Okay, so we've cut the lines that we were supposed to cut, 2, 2.5, and then another 2, and then 2.5, and then another 2. We've cut them down to the middle. There we are. Okay, so this little final tab here, we just cut that one at an angle, and that's where we're going to glue our box together. So I can thankfully get rid of, at least for the moment, get rid of that. Okay, so when you fold these, there, you see that we've got ourselves a little box. And you can see there as well that it is slightly wider than it is deep. Anyway, so I'm going to glue that. And when I glue these, I've been doing these, I do a lot of these for my shop. My online shop, I actually always use glue stick. No, it's not Stampin' Up, but I use glue stick here. Don't ask me why. You can use normal glue, of course. I'll just have a close up here. Hi everyone. Hey Lisa. Hey Hannah. Hey Carol and Angie. And I think I saw Marie there as well. Hi guys. Yes, apologies for my litany of woe. Some days you just wonder why you bother, but anyway, as I say, back to a happy place with the box card. So there we have our box made, and if you pull these sides down, that's where you get the whole exploding box card thing happening there. So that's the basis for our box. As I say, I did prepare one earlier here. Now, the paper I'm using for this box card is the Designer Series paper that comes with, I mean not comes with, as part of the Dino Days Bundle. It's this one here with the awesome sort of prehistoric looking ferny leaves. They are in Pretty Peacock and Old Olive, and they've got some lovely lipstick dots. So basically, to make a box card, you cut the paper to fit these, the 3, or you can do the back one as well, but in this case I'm just going to decorate with paper the 3 flaps of my box. And you'll be pleased to know I did one earlier. You don't have to sit through me doing more cutting. So I always leave an 1/8 of an inch in my, make my paper an 1/8 of an inch smaller. So as you can see there, the flap, you can see the Pretty Peacock around the edge of the DSP. And then I've got this one here. Oh, and they fit. Something went right for a change. And this one here. So I'm just going to glue those on with multi-purpose glue. I always find box cards are a little bit hard to do on camera because you're looking at it from above, and part of me always wants to tip it over that way so you can see. But anyway, I will tip it as we go. So I'm just going to glue these little DSP panels on the front there. So that's a really nice sort of nice background design there. It's not going to sort of compete with the decoration of our card. I'm all sort of out of whack here, but anyway, it's cool. Not quite straight. And this one on this side. And one more. So I've got 3 other stamp sets I'm going to have a play with, and I did promise that I'd try and get the still scenes, something done with the still scenes, but to be honest, that was what caused me disasters today. I had glue, and I had glitter, and I had the little, what are they called? These little things, the snowflake sequins. I've had them all over the place, and I've used about 3 of the domes themselves, and you know, they're not cheap to be making mistakes with, so I thought, no, I'm going to put it aside and I'll come back to it tomorrow when I'm not feeling so defeated. It's not that it was hard, it was just that I ended up with glue and kept sticking to myself. Anyway, so there we have the 3 panels of our box card, and I've got more glue all over me. So, okay, so these dinosaurs are so cute. They really are so cute. So we've got, obviously your T-Rex, you've got a pterodactyl, you've got some sort of horny guy there, and this would be a stegosaurus, I suppose, but with the big long neck. So what I've done is grabbed some of these little guys and I've stamped them and cut them out. Now what I'll do is I will just show you, I'll just do a few, and then we'll go to the ones that I've actually cut out already. So here's our little, what's it called, T-Rex, and I did the T-Rex in, because nothing's as scary as a lovely lipstick T-Rex. So he got the lovely lipstick treatment, and hopefully you can see there. And so T-Rex got, and I'll just let you see him, he got the lovely lipstick treatment. So basically, because this is a photopolymer stamp, I'll bring in my foam pad just so I get proper stamp coverage. So he's really, really, really sweet. I think my kids, 15 years ago, my kids would have absolutely adored this set. What else have we got? We've got a pterodactyl, that's a flying guy. And wait a minute. Sorry about that. I'll just clean off this block. Is that still, can everyone still see me? Because it seems to have frozen on my computer. Anyhow, we'll keep going, we'll plough ahead, I'm assuming that everyone can see me. And I'm having computer glitches like Michelle yesterday. Anyway, so we've got our pterodactyl, and I'm going to do him in Pool Party, because, you know, what self-respecting pterodactyl wouldn't be in Pool Party? And I'll let you have a little look at him as well. He's really got a lot of character also. And the big one, the Stegosaurus, he needs a really big block because he's quite tall. And I've done him in Mango Melody. Yes, Mango Melody. So as I say, if this is for children, the bright colours are an absolute must for our little relatives and friends. He is very cool, and he's got like a sort of a lighter part in his tummy there, but I don't think it really makes any difference. And I have tried gluing up the block a couple of times and you still do get that effect. I think it's because in the set you've also got this little set of sort of circles, sort of little dots, dino dots, and I think they will pop into his middle, so to give him a little bit of dottiness, a little bit of extra interest. So I've got the flirty, the lovely lipstick again, and I'll just give him some dots around the middle. So that's the 3 dinosaurs I'm going to use in this card. But I'm also going to use there's a pine, sort of an old tree, an old sort of pine tree type setup here as well. So I'm going to just stamp the tree, or what's it, with the trunk of the pine or palm tree in, where is it gone? Soft suede. The stem of the palm tree is in soft suede. There we go. And it's got these really nice fronds, palm fronds, which I'm going to do in, and I've got to remind myself what, in Pretty Peacock as well. So for each of my, for the trees that I did for this card, I gave them 5 fronds. So that's pretty much the stamping that you need, or at this stage you need, for this box card. We've got our 3 dinosaurs and enough to make a nice sort of palm tree, sort of fern tree. Okay, so I might pop that aside because, as I say, I have actually done the cutting out for you, so you don't have to watch me go to the big shop. Yeah, okay, I'm just keeping half an eye on the comments. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Lisa. Yes, my computer caught up eventually. Okay, so if I can get this out of here. Oh, there we are. I'll get all my little, and once they all get cut out, they all sort of come to life. It's really quite cute. Anyway, so here we've got our T-Rex and our Stegosaurus, our pterodactyl. We've got our palm fronds, 5, and our trunk. And then we've got these. That's the little, I forgot to show you that one. This is actually the spines for our T-Rex here, and I've done that in Old Olive. So it's actually, it got me worried there for a while when I was cutting this one out, because it actually does leave quite a large white flap here on the edge. And obviously when I'd done it, when I'd finished cutting it out, I realised that that is for gluing it onto the back of our T-Rex. So there we are. So that basically just gives him a little bit of extra interest and a bit of 3D, a bit more, you know, a bit more colour to him as well. Okay, so there we have our little decorations. What I'll do first of all is do the palm tree. And so what I have here is just a scrap of Whisper White, and I've used the very smallest circle from the layered circle die, or you could use one of the punches to make a circle. Actually, to be honest, it wouldn't have to be a circle. If you just had like a random shaped piece of white, Whisper White, that would be perfectly fine. So I just might move my dinosaurs aside because I'm going to start getting glue everywhere again. So what I'm going to do is just pop this circle here. I'm going to put some glue on the circle. Not too much, but you need it to go all the way to the edge. There we go. And then put the trunk. That's what palm trees have. Just put your trunk on the bottom, coming out of the bottom half of your circle, and then you can imagine, you can see what I'm going to do next. I'm going to then arrange the fronds from the centre out, just so that they've got something to stick onto. And this tree, or this fern, is actually going to stick out the top of our card a little bit, so it does need that extra, it does need the extra support just to give it some structure. And that one, and then these two will go there. I did play with putting some coconuts or something in the middle there, but yeah, I think you could do that. Maybe in some lovely lipstick, just cut some little circles or something and put them in there. But I just left that one plain. So there, that's our little palm tree. So you can see it's given some strength by that circle at the back. Yes, Lisa, it is. It can be a bit off-putting watching people disappear to do big shot, and mine shakes the desk terribly, so it looks like I'm having an earthquake at the same time. So there's our palm tree. Anyway, so basically I'm going to put the palm tree at the back on this back sort of upward stage of this one. So the palm tree is going to go there. Hopefully you can see that. I'll just turn it side so I can see it as well. So when you do a box card, they close like this. So as you can see, and our envelope is going to be slightly larger than that, but not too much. So what you can see, you don't want decorations overlapping this side too much, but because you've got this one here, you can actually go over this side a little bit. So you can sort of go over in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my palm tree in there so that it actually overlaps there, but it's not making it too big for my envelope, I suppose is what I'm saying. And it will actually be in a 6-inch envelope, so as long as I don't go over 6 inches or 15 centimetres high, just bear with me, I'm going to check that on my grid paper. Thank heaven for grid paper. So if I line that up with 10, I don't want to go over 25. Okay, so it can sort of stick out sort of a good couple of centimetres over the top there, and as I say, we've got plenty of overlap here that we can use. I really like the box cards that have a little bit of overlap. It just seems to give them a little bit of interest, make them a little bit different. Okay, so I'm going to attach my palm tree now. So we can pop some glue on our circle and then down the stem. And on these ones that are actually going to be, I don't know that I should have put it on that one, actually going to be attached to our, so again I can go there and I can go, there's 10 centimetres there, I can go up to about there. Cool. So I've done that slightly over to one side. Trust me, I did another one earlier today and didn't, and I regretted it afterwards. So there we have our sort of palm frond there. So also at the back I'm going to put our pterodactyl friend, who's all glorious in his pool party. So he's going to go here, and as I said, he can't go too far off the edge that side, so he's going to sort of be hovering around. He can go up a little bit, but he's hovering around the top of the palm tree, up about there. So I'll just glue him on. And again, I sort of like it that his head is sort of over the top of the card, as far as it can go anyway. Okay, so he's having a bit of a fly up in the sky. Here I go making stories about them again. Up there, up in the top of our palm tree. So there, like that. So that's the back, that's the sort of background of the card. Now what we do is we'll build up these front ones here. And so anyone who's watched my videos before realises that I make little sort of brackets for these. And I don't know that I actually cut them. I'll have to cut them, so bear with me. So our card is 2.5 centimetres wide, so the brackets will have to have 1/2 inch on either end. So the brackets will have to be 3.5 inches long, and then I will score them at 1/2 inch from either end. Wait, hang on a tick, and you'll see what I mean. I'll get my cutter back in. So I generally have 2 brackets per card, and they're going to be, what did I say, 3.5. Good, there's plenty there. So I make them 1.5 inches deep, and as I said, 3.5 inches long. Sorry, I don't think you can see that. So I've got a little piece of card there that's 1.5 inches by 3.5, and then I will score it. I will score it 1/2 inch from both ends, so you get a little, like a little C-shaped bracket. 1/2 inch there, and 1/2 inch there, and they fold in. So as you see, we'll get, sits in there, it glues on either side, and they can put your decorations on that bracket there. So I'll just do one more. And 3.5. And then I score 1/2 inch from each end. And there we have another one. So that's for the front. Just get rid of my cutter. Bring this back in. So that one goes in the front like that, and then the other one goes in the back. Ooh. There. So how's that? Does everyone see that there? So that's where you can attach your other decorations. Cool. Okay, so we've got our glorious, lovely lipstick T-Rex and our gorgeous mango Stegosaurus. So what I'm going to do is going to pop the Stegosaurus, since he's the tallest one, I'm going to put the Stegosaurus at the back. So basically all I have to do is just glue him. He's got plenty of stuff to glue. If I haven't got a lot to attach glue to, I actually use acetate or clear plastic, which I think you guys have seen me use before. I don't actually buy it as such. I generally pop empty laminating folders through my laminating machine and use what comes out. It's lovely and stiff, and it's clear, and it doesn't cost very much. So I strongly suggest, if you run out and you've got a laminating machine, it definitely works for me. So there's our Stegosaurus, Stegosaurus. So he's going to sit back here, just in front of our palm tree, like that. And then we've got our T-Rex, and he's going to sit on the front one, just there. So he basically doesn't have very much to glue to, so I might actually use some acetate for him if I can find some close at hand. Yeah, here we go. So this is basically what you get when you just put an empty laminating sheet through your laminating machine. You just get a sheet of clear plastic. And so what I do is, if I just want a little bit, I'll cut it off like that. And then I'll make myself a T-Rex popsicle, a T-Rex lollipop with that, and use that to attach him to my little bracket. There we go. See, he's got a little piece of acetate at the bottom of him, and then I can use that, and I don't have to worry too much that he hasn't got any grip on the bracket, because he's attached with his acetate. So just pop that on there. My dog's decided that it's dinner time very early. Who knows what she's going to be like in daylight savings. I suppose she'll be better, actually. She's having a bit of a go in the yard. You hopefully can't hear her. Oh, hi Glenda. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, all good here. Well, I haven't been, but anyway, all right now. Okay, so Mr. T-Rex is going to sit at the front like that. Okay, so there we have our pterodactyl in a sort of a palmy ferny tree. We've got our Stegosaurus there and our T-Rex all in position. So what do we think of that? Is that pretty cool? I sort of like this one. I think this would be great for a a young child who likes dinosaurs, and I think most of them go through a dinosaur phase. I know my guys did. Okay, so we're going to attach these little brackets, and again, I'm a creature of habit, I go back to my glue stick, but you could use whatever glue you've got on hand. Probably wouldn't suggest double-sided tape, because you do have to have a little bit of wriggle room in this. So what I do is and I've said this before in my videos, pop your bracket in as well as you think you can, and then have a test close and firm it down with your finger. So if you don't have a test close, you'll get to the end and you'll realise that your brackets aren't quite straight and your card won't close lovely to go into the envelope, which defeats the whole purpose. So now Mr. T-Rex, he's going to go in the front, just like that. And again, have a test close and firm it down with your finger. Okay, so there we go. 3 dinosaur friends on a box card. It's pretty cool. I like that one. I might pop that in the shop. Okay, so with a Stampin' Up copyright stamp on it, of course. Just another couple of things with this card. Of course, we've got to have a sentiment. And what I think is cool with this one is, oh, I had a little thingy. Let it go. Ah, here it is. I've got a little stitched rectangle here, which is going to fit perfectly on that front, just like that. And the cool sentiment I thought from the set would be, I think it's something like, "You are rawsome." You are rawsome, as in awesome with a raw. Got that there. I might do that again. I'll do that in Lovely Lipstick, because it's a beautiful bright colour. I don't think we worry too much about pink for boys and blue for girls or whatever these days, so whatever colour you like. I actually thought I'd do a girlier version of this one by using the pink paper out of the set and sort of glamming up my dinosaurs a little bit. Anyway, so here we go. We got "You're Rawsome." I'm going to pop that on our, I might move that out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Pop that on to one side slightly on our stitched rectangle. There we go. Be careful with this, because the reds and the pinks, they go everywhere if you're not careful. At least that's going to do on me. And also in the set there is these cool dinosaur tracks. Really cool, really tiny little dinosaur tracks. So I'll just pop them on a small block and grab some old olive. I had old olive here somewhere. Oh, there, open all the time, yay. Okay, so grab some old olive. I've got some dinosaur tracks, and they just come up the side there. How great is that? I really think that's cute. She says about herself. Okay, so we're just going to attach that to the front of our card. And then there's only one more thing to do. I gave a box card to a friend at work to give to her one of her kids recently, and she got all confused about where she was supposed to write on it. And I was flabbergasted. She actually wrote, and I'll show you where she wrote in a minute. She wrote down here, which I thought, well, okay, I suppose it was an empty spot where you could write. But on my box cards, I actually put a white panel on the back just for writing on. So I've just got to attach that, and then this one is done. So it's just glue again. It's just a panel of Whisper white cardstock, and I think it's just cut to the usual 1/8 of an inch smaller than the card. So in this case, it's 2 3/8 by 4 7/8. I'll just pop that on the back there. And to be honest, it's quite cute. Sometimes you could just stamp something on the back. You could put a sentiment on the back, or I might put some more, oh yeah, I'm going to put some more dinosaur footprints just to carry the theme from the front to the back. I think that's that will be quite cute. I'll do that in Old Olive again. And I might just pop them sort of so the dinosaurs, looks like the dinosaurs sort of come in and gone out of the picture. So do it like this. How's that? Or maybe like another one has come in at the top and gone out to the side as well. There we go. Okay, but you can leave that panel blank if you want to as well. Okay, so that is done. Be careful I don't smudge anything. So that is our Dino Raw box card. We've got our 3 dinosaurs. There is actually another one in the set, but I haven't put him on there. I think 3 is enough with that one. So we've got You Are Rawsome at the front, and we're using the DSP and the beautiful pretty peacock cardstock with a blank panel on the back for people to write their sentiment on. Yeah, I think that one is really nice. I actually might give the dinosaurs a little bit of Wink of Stella as well, just to lift them a little bit if that's necessary. But okay, that was one of the cards I was going to show you today. I was going to do a couple more, but as I say, they turned into a big disaster. So hopefully I'll be back over the weekend with a little bit more organised and show you some of the domes. Actually, I do want to show you one thing that I did this morning before it all went to a disaster. It was also in the dinosaur theme. I actually put this on my group page because it was actually Margie Brace's idea. It's a snow dome from the Still Scenes set. I'll bring it up as close as I can. With some dinosaurs. So obviously I've had a dinosaur day. I should have just stayed with dinosaurs. I'll put that as close as I can so you can see. So the dinosaurs are actually from the designer series paper, because obviously these guys were too big. But so I've fussy cut some dinosaurs from this sheet here. You can see it's got some dinosaurs in there. I fussy cut some dinosaurs, so we've got the pterodactyl, and I used the snow globe with a I think it's balmy blue background, and made my little sort of Christmas decoration, I suppose. It's not very Christmassy, but I think my kids would have loved that. Sorry, I'm just going to bring that into the right so you can see it. Yeah, so the light's a bit funny on it, and we've actually got I've cut a volcano sort of erupting in the background, just to give them a bit of something to worry about. And the dinosaurs at the front are set on foam squares just to give them a little bit of dimension. So yeah, so I thought that was really nice. So I was quite pleased with that just before everything went to heck after that with the glue situation. But anyway, so that was really nice. So I might actually get myself together and do a video on that one as well, because I think that was quite cute. Anyway, so I hope you like that. And so that's the denim ribbon. Actually, I should point that out. That's the denim ribbon that comes with the Dino Raw bundle as well. So I think that was, we can sort of hang it like that. Like that. Okay, so that's all I've got to show you today. I hope you like what I've done. And I hope you will watch out for me over the weekend, as I hope to promise to bring you some of the other bundles and products that I had delivered in my last delivery. Thanks for everybody who came live, and to anyone who watches the replay. And as I say every time, if you haven't got an active demonstrator and you would like to ask me anything about Stampin' Up, or join my wonderful team with my wonderful team members, please just drop me a line, message me via my business page, or via my business website as well. So I will do a blog with the measurements on this one and the colours and everything as well. So watch out for the link to that one, and you can actually follow the instructions there rather than trying to scroll through the video. Anyway, thanks again everyone who watched, and I will catch you all hopefully during the weekend. Okay, bye.